Call the meeting to order, March 23rd, 2026, 7 P.M. Everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Get a roll call.
Councilman Russell. Here. Councilman Beecher. Councilman Zelke.
Here.
Councilman Easton.
Here.
Councilman Keenan. Yes. Councilman Patton.
Here.
Four.
Voluntary opening prayer, if Councilman Easton would bless us.
Sure. Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you tonight, thanking you, Lord, for the privilege just to call your name tonight in prayer. God, we thank you for the grace and mercy that you have covered us with already. God, I pray tonight that you come into this space with us and give us reasoning and governing sense. I pray, Lord, for temperament. I pray, Lord, that you give us the spirit that can disagree and agree peaceably. God, I pray for this community. Pray for all of those who work here, live here, and play here. Continue to watch over them. Keep your grace ever with them. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
May I get approval of council meeting minutes for March 9th, 2026.
Motion to approve. Support.
Roll call.
Councilman Zelke.
Yes.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Keenan. Yes. Councilman Harvey. Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Budget and revenue report.
I'll make a motion to accept it, but I want to talk about it in a second, please.
I'll second that. Okay, yeah.
I guess Tom's not here, but I guess, weed cutting. I'm not understanding that one, that, do we have any of these answers, Ron, Randy?
Well, say that again,
Weed cutting. We collected 67,000 and something, a lot of money for weed cutting.
You know, if anything, it would be a blight violation that we'd send the DPS out on and we recoup the labor costs.
67,000.
Yeah. That's.
You want to look at the jail number then?
Yeah.
I'll give you the GL number. Now, and then write it down, and you just say, I think, oh, you write it down and we put it in the record.
The only other one was the detention pond over in the industrial area. Wasn't that around that amount, John?
Or by industrial,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was through LDFA.
Yeah, it was close to that amount though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's in the 50s or 60s.
Maybe just let me just GL going, it's 101-001-631-000.
What's the amount?
Is that,
What was the amount?
it's weed cutting, the last three, 631-000.
67.
It's all in general revenue, so I don't know why it's under general.
Yeah, I'll let you on.
So we have no budget there, and we got $67 million, that's heavy.
Also, it could be misspelled.
City council, we had dues and memberships. Of over about $3,200. What are we doing there?
It's on, man.
Are we going to more seminars and stuff? Are we paying for something like that? I don't know. Is that the chamber?
Yeah.
It's over by 32,000. I mean, or 3,200.
32,000?
3,200.
Oh,
You want the numbers for that one too?
well, I know the deal on that one.
That's 805. And I just have one other one. I mean, there's a few other ones that I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll do a little scrubbing or anyone and it's about 100% utilized already because we got time left. But under the fire department, I think we've asked about this before. 206-336-801-000 professional services. It's $44,000 in the hole.
The fire chief.
So I'm not really sure why that's at either.
and
So just those approvals. So other than that, I make the motion to approve.
I'll support it.
You know, support, roll call.
Councilman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman. Yes. Councilman Harvey.
Yes.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Councilman Keenan.
Yes. Okay, this is a public discussion. This is an opportunity for the public to comment on items that are not on the agenda. So anything that's not on the agenda, comments should be addressed to the chair. Please state your name and address for the record. Please wait for myself to recognize you before making the comments, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. If there's anything that's not on the agenda, you can take a vote.
You're on the agenda.
Sorry.
Seeing as there's none. Approval of consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll support it.
Motion.
Councilman Eason,
Yes.
Councilman Duffy,
Yes.
Councilman Hayden. Yes. Councilman Patton,
Yes.
Councilman Russell,
Yes.
Councilman Petrie.
Yes.
Communications and petitions.
Motion to receive and file.
Support. Councilman Duffy,
Yes.
Councilman Hayden. Yes. Councilman Harvey,
Yes.
Councilman Russell,
Yes.
Councilman Petrie,
Yes.
Councilman Eason.
Yes.
Okay, if I can get approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
I'm sorry, he was talking.
With flow and then that.
Thank you. Councilman Hayden. Yes. Councilman Eason.
Yes.
Councilman Harvey,
Yes.
Councilman Russell,
Yes.
Councilman Petrie.
Yes.
Councilman Duffy.
Yes.
Okay, this is the special order of business, so this is the opportunity for the public to comment on items that are on the agenda tonight. Please state your name, address for the record. As the agenda item, or items are presented to the council to be recognized by the chair, please. Wait for myself to recognize you before making any comments and keep your comments to 3 minutes, please. So S1, recommendation from the planning commission to approve for approval of PREZ 260001 rezoning of 35210 Cricklewood. Parcel number 060946352026.
So moved.
GC General Commercial to Industrial.
So moved.
I'll support it.
Motion and support, roll call.
Or read that comment, yeah. On the treasurer's report, there were, it looked as if she was notating there were past due taxes on the property.
What is she?
And was she right?
I just froze up here.
Yeah, mine did too. I'm on internet thing.
Okay,
Is
well,
that what happened?
Yeah.
I'm pulling it back up here, hold on.
You know,
I just, will read here, they're just tossing stuff out there. No, but
I don't believe approval of site plan is condition upon payment of the taxes.
Really?
I would assume we wouldn't be allowing any change until they're up to date on their,
Yeah, then said.
on anything.
Well, I could see not giving a building permit, but the actual site plan or the rezoning itself.
Yeah.
That's a long ways to go. Okay. It's not even site plan approval, it's just the rezoning.
Wait.
Just pulling it up, hold on. Yeah, and so 25, all 25's taxes, the 24 county tax. And then they have a weed and grass cut violation that they have out there too.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I just-
Well, I just say,
The reason why I'm saying that is oftentimes when there's a purchase agreement for a property, it's
Mhm.
subject to the property actually being rezoned.
Mhm.
For the sale to go forward, and as you know, when the sale goes forward, those items would have to be brought up.
But
I
we're
don't know if that's any
making,
case there.
yeah, we're making a zoning change to this. So in making a zoning change, I would expect that they would be completely brought up to par on everything in the city before we allow anything.
Well, you can table it, we can.
I would agree with you there. I mean, why? I don't even
behind,
get it.
we don't know how much they are in taxes behind. We have a,
Summer, winter, 25.
Year and a half in tax and fine.
And a weed violation.
And they also clearly aren't maintaining it because we have a weed cut violation on them too, so. Jason. Jeff is not okay.
Jay, no?
Yeah, I don't know who made that motion, but I don't know if you may wanna
Well,
modify it.
need to
Yeah, just modify it as well, because there's 2.5 back taxes and the weed violation on that.
Well, I'm assuming that before anything can be done, that they would have to be paid. Because it has not yet gone to the county for,
yeah, it's at the county.
it's at the
Yeah, it's
county.
in our
I
county.
can,
Yeah, it's in our county, so it's got.
Yeah, she's got it all listed out there.
25 summer, winter taxes and then 24.
does she say, or they say why it hasn't been paid, or is just outstanding for no reason?
It ain't paid.
Not that it matters, I'm just saying,
You get paid for a year.
not that it matters, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
not just a fact, no reason.
Isn't it 3 years that it goes to the county?
It's 2
Three. Three.
years.
No, it's three when they begin foreclosing on it.
And as you know, Jake, with liens, those pendants, a lot of times until the sale, they'll all be cleared up, like Tim's saying, at that point in time, they can carry that till that time prior to the transaction.
Yeah, but the city's clearing that.
Granting them
Why would you let
zoning
them-
change.
It happens all the time.
It doesn't happen, why, we could stop it, just because it
You
happens all the
could
time.
have a residential site right now that could be 2 years back.
I understand that, Ron, but
Still
why,
still.
if we can stop one little thing from happening, why
But we're
wouldn't?
not also.
Because it happens all the time.
Or resolve the issue by doing this.
No,
This could cure the issue.
So,
no way, I'm 100% against it,
so
especially with
we
that.
have, we have a motion and a second. Do you guys wanna change that or do we wanna vote?
No, if people don't feel that we should do it, then just vote no.
Pretty modified,
I'm not,
okay,
but people just vote no.
I'll take my motion back, because I'm gonna vote no then, I mean my support.
We good.
You can support it and still vote no.
I can't support it and say no, but.
Okay, so we have a motion.
Let's let them decide it.
Withdraw my motion and let Jacob make a new one.
Okay,
You wanna make it, you want me to?
Put out there.
Good.
I'm gonna make a motion to table this.
Ooh.
Until.
You deny.
Until it's paid.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on,
the
hold on,
discussion,
hold on.
that's
You
all.
can't, you cannot deny it based upon the fact that taxes are unpaid, because you have to look at the merit of the rezoning. Only. The fact you want to get questions answered with regard to the taxes.
Well, you table it.
That was why I did.
Table
But
it. That's it, John.
I feel that's, that it should be rezoned.
Okay,
So my vote is based on the fact that planning commission looked at what it should be according to the ordinances in our community.
for rezoning. I'm not granting a rezoning until I see that they're paid up to date and they've taken care of what they owe to the city.
That's fine.
So
Okay, so
I'm gonna
the
table
motion-
it till the end of, what's it, for next month, April. To the last meeting of April, so you find out and give them time to find out what's going on with the taxes and the maintenance issues on the property.
I support the table.
okay, we have a motion and support, roll call.
Councilman Dietrich,
Yes,
Councilman Duffy,
Yes.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman,
No,
Councilman Harvey,
Yes.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, item S2, approval and adoption of ordinance amendment number 271, exception for extending the time beyond 11 p.m. when requested by applicants. This is for special events.
This is what we discussed last week, right?
Right.
This is on our meeting, so if it's gonna be case by case basis, I'll make a motion.
I'll support it.
Motion to support, roll call.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Dietrich,
Yes,
Councilman Duffy,
Yes.
Councilman Heyman.
yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Harvey, I'm sorry, I'm calling you.
Yes.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
S4, approval of adoption, I'm sorry, S3, approval and adoption of resolution 1004, approving submission of Michigan Department of Natural Resources Trust Fund Grant Program application for the city of New Baltimore and Festival Park Pickleball Courts Project.
I'd like to discuss that based on the meeting that we attended this last Wednesday or Thursday, was it? Thursday. We can discuss it.
Do we want to hear from the Parks and Rec Director first?
Sure,
And then
yeah.
oh, before after that,
Yeah.
your discussion?
Yes,
See
to
if
your
there's any
point, what
changes.
you have in front of you is an intent to apply. The trust fund is a very robust grant program. It's gonna take 12 to 18 months. Before we receive a grant agreement, it is approved back by city council. That would take place at best next spring. It's approved by the House and the Senate, and so it's got quite a bit of time in between it. What this allows us is redesign. The meeting you're referring to was the public hearing on Thursday. The residents here, some of you are here, made valuable comments. We've taken that in consideration. That's why we held the public meeting. That's why we didn't, we advertised it. My phone was open. I had a few phone calls. We have the emails. They're all in front of you as well to review. Some good, some bad. The biggest thing is what's the noise? Within that, I've already talked to BJ over at PCE, working on a little bit of a redesign. Pushing it closer to into the park. What was proposed was 70 feet, about 70 feet from the property line. Bringing it down closer to the circle towards the center of the park is gonna get us about 150. We've looked at other things. In there, we proposed a double staggered thick arborvitae tree. You know, we can look at things like putting that on a berm, put the berm before or behind it. We can even go as far as putting a microforest in there. There's grants out there for things like that to be able to screen it. But the biggest thing is that the application is due April 1st. That does not set us in stone for what you're seeing in front of you. There's gonna be more public hearings. We want to make sure we get this project right if we're able to proceed with it.
Discussion?
Yeah, well, I was just going to speak to what Adam was talking about in regards to the meeting. About how the proposal that we have here is different. There's a lot of community interest and discussion about noise levels and things of that nature and possibly relocating the park. Adam made some points and some commentary regarding where the best place for the park is going to be, which would be Festival, but a lot of the residents who showed up the night of the meeting were not necessarily in favor of that. But from what I understand, Adam, if we go through with this does not guarantee that we put the park here at Festival. And so it does give the residents an opportunity to continue to discuss pros and cons. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, okay.
For the record, can you please state how much the grant is for and what the city's matches?
Yes, the grant fund is up to $400,000 for redevelopment development projects, which this is. The trust fund would be putting forth $400,000. The city match would be $133,300. The goal would be to utilize the Jingle Bell Run profits. That account as of today sits just north of $122,000.
So for me, based on the information that we have, that this is not set in stone and mandatory that it's going to be Festival Park, it gives the residents an opportunity to still voice their concerns and opinions without being guaranteed that it will be in Festival Park, but it gives the city the opportunity to still take advantage of the grant. So I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll support it.
Don't you want to let the citizens talk?
Well, they can.
Yeah, we'll take public comment. Anyone from the audience that would like to make a comment, please come up to the podium. State your name, your address, and we'll give you 3 minutes to speak.
Justin McComb, 36074 St. Clair Drive. And a quick comment on Adams about the DNR. I just talked to John Mays from the DNR. He said once this proposal goes in, it's possible to relocate. It's not saying that it could happen. It made it sound like once the approvals get approved, that's the spot that they want that to be, and it's gonna be hard to relocate the plans and to move it. So going back, I just feel this project's been rushed, and the impact it's gonna have on the neighbors isn't completely thought through. I also don't feel that there's enough information that you have received as counsel from the rec department to have an unbiased vote on this matter. Hopefully you're able to read some of the info that I sent. I appreciate your time with that. Noise, the statement from the USA Pickleball, which is the sports national governing body, which was established in 1984, specifically acknowledges that pickleball noise is a significant issue for neighbors in sound sensitive areas. The organization has stated that addressing these acoustic concerns is essential to maintain a positive relationship between residents, communities, and pickleball facilities. That same organization also has a facility development program. I'm not sure if anyone looked into that at all. That offers expert site design and acoustic mitigation services to help the developers and municipalities plan courts to minimize the impact to the neighbors and the residents. Also with the noise, vegetation does very little, if anything, for mitigation. And there's a lot of things out there that haven't been addressed on these drawings or in the planning. There's acoustical curtains, there's blankets, there's soundproof glass called pickle glass. Even these first drawings, I mean, the setbacks for the houses, I mean, this noise is gonna be constant 7 days, 10, 12 hours a day, and it's not the kids playing baseball, it's not the kids playing soccer, which is great to watch this park grow into something that the whole neighborhood has used, and, you know, I have kids and we go out in the park all the time. It's totally different sound than what is gonna be the problem. Especially seeing the comments from the three board members when Adam asked for their comments. The three on the right side, said, wow, you know, we need to take a step back and kind of relook at this. This is gonna be an issue. And he goes, I didn't realize that, you know, the decibels and the hertz and this aggravation that this is gonna create. Also talking with Adam on the phone and at the council meeting. We were throwing some ideas around about moving the courts around and said it was impossible to take, not impossible, but did not want to move the courts and face them towards the ball fields on an east-west direction because the sun would be in the pickleball side. Okay, I mean, for 2 hours that they're gonna be playing compared to the whole time that I'm gonna have to listen to this noise, I feel it's that answer just didn't go very well. Plus,
On 3 minutes, so just so you know.
plus, I mean, sunshades, I mean, you could, you know, there's other options to this also.
Okay,
Um,
that's your 3 minutes, sir. Thank you.
that, I can't have another minute. I mean, there's
Go ahead.
really. So also this, this newsletter, we get it all the time, read it, love it. There's nothing in here that said anything about Festival Parks grant program or grant proposal, you know, do these pickleball courts. Even in the DNR Trust Fund guidelines on page 16 under public input. And I quote, applicants should make additional outreach efforts to ensure public is aware of the project and documents those affect in this application. This is particularly important to potential controversial projects, such as those close to residential areas. Additional public meetings, informational mailings, local newspaper articles, and contact with landowners adjacent to the project site, potential user groups, and persons with disabilities are all examples of additional outreach efforts that can benefit the project. I just feel that there just wasn't enough done to get people knowing about this project. I know you did everything in your legal ramifications to, you know, be able to pass this tonight and to go ahead and draft your proposal, but I really feel that the mitigation, it hasn't been thought through, and I'm not against pickleball at all. I mean, I brought up ideas to help with the noise. I brought up different aspects. If it does end up at pickle in Festival Park, it's just the whole aspect of this project that feels been rushed, and I don't feel you have enough information to make a very unbiased decision on it tonight.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
comments, sir. Anyone else that would like to make any comments?
If something's questioned, is the parking lot director?
Yeah, we'll have him go on.
Yeah.
Address.
Dan
Name and
Stringer,
address, please.
Dan Stringer, 35950 St. Croix Drive. Good evening, council members. I'm here to address the proposed grant submission to build the pickleball courts at Festival Park. When my wife and I moved in to our home that backs up to Festival Park about 10 years ago, we knew the park was there. That's why we moved into our home. We knew that there would be soccer matches out there. We knew there'd be baseball games out there. We knew there'd be noise out there. We sat on the hill behind our house and watched the soccer matches. We didn't have a fence. Soccer balls would come into our backyard. We'd kick them back to the people playing soccer. Fast forward, we have 2 boys now. Now we're out there in the park playing soccer, playing baseball, cheering on our kids. We know that those soccer matches and baseball games do not produce as much noise as pickleball does. We didn't plan for constant paddle noises from sunup to sundown on multiple courts. And no matter what anybody says, it's a constant. It's different than any noise that's back there right now. I'm not against it, but my main concern is the location with my kids. You know, they're 8 and 6. They're 10 and 8 when this is proposed to be built. They ride their bikes there. They go to the playground there. They ride the sidewalk to the playground. It's a safety hazard. All the cars that'll be going in there, that's my main concern. The speed limit signs are in there. People don't follow those. So I would like to know, you know, What's gonna be done about that with the increased traffic? Nothing's been talked about with that. Are they gonna keep the social gate closed? That's been closed all the time, it hardly ever gets open. That's why my kids can go over there, because there's not a lot of traffic there. So, just some things that I'd like to hear about more with this, but. That's what I want to bring.
Thank you for your comments and concerns, sir. Anyone else? Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Taylor. I live at 36086 St. Clair Drive. And I just have a couple comments about the proposed pickleball courts. I do appreciate the city's efforts to offer new recreational activities, and pickleball is definitely popular. My concern is that the proposed placement of the courts will be directly behind the homes in the subdivision. And unlike many other park activities, pickleball produces a constant high frequency pop sound, as opposed to baseball, soccer, where the noise is there, it's not constant. You will not be able to tune out pickleball noise. I've done some research. The studies say that active pickleball play can reach 75 to 85 decibels, even 100 feet away from the court. So initially, I think we said the course would be like 100 feet. I think we said today 150 feet, moving it back. These need to be like 800 to 1,000 feet away from homes. I mean, you would have to put it in the center of the park. To me, Festival Park is more of a passive recreation park. Most people who use the park are playing soccer, softball, riding bikes, they're enjoying the walking path. So it's more of a, like I said, a passive recreational park. Pickleball creates more of a destination activity that changes the park's character. There will be increased noise, increased crowds, and increased traffic. Placing pickleball courts immediately adjacent to homeowners' backyards will create quality of life issues for the nearby homeowners, including myself. My hope is that the city can find a more appropriate location for pickleball courts. Pickleball courts placed too close to homes create ongoing conflicts due to the repetitive impulse noise and the increased noise exposure. The frequency and persistence of this noise will be impossible to ignore. Homeowners will not be able to enjoy their backyards anymore that back up to that area in Festival Park. You'll be outside and all you're going to hear is pop, pop, pop. And pickleball is usually played in doubles, so you have 4 people per court, and now you have 6 courts. So that's a lot of noise. And you'll get early mornings, maybe some of the older people will be out there playing. After work, you'll get some of the younger crowd. So I think it's going to be like pretty much an all-day thing. I don't think it's going to stop, except for when it rains, maybe. But I mean, I do support pickleball. I play pickleball myself. I support recreation in our parks. I think it's important for the city to have a pickleball facility, whether it's indoors, outdoors. I just don't think that Festival Park is the right place for this. Because it's not about whether pickleball belongs in our city. It's about whether a high activity, noise intensive sport is appropriately placed directly next to homes. This is a passive park. You're going to make it a very, it's a park intended for neighborhood use as far as I'm concerned. We usually don't have a lot of people driving except for like the softball games, tournaments and things like that. Most of the times you're getting kids riding their bikes, families coming in, maybe playing some soccer, throwing the football around. It's a very family oriented park, and then you're going to turn it into something that's going to be very noisy. It's going to be very difficult to control the traffic, in my opinion. I've addressed some of my traffic issues with the mayor's office previously a few years back. We did get some signs put in at least, but I feel that Festival Park is just not a good place to put something like this. And I don't feel like the noise impact that it's going to have on the residents has really been studied and brought out to council. And I think Justin for doing the research on this proposal grant. That was one of my questions I had was, just because you put possibly move it to another area after you get this grant money, it kind of made it seem to me that it would be stuck in Festival Park.
You're coming
And-
up, almost to.
okay. Okay, so, yeah, I just wanted to express my concerns
No,
and
we appreciate
thank you
it.
for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else? Well, one?
And with this type of grant, what is the likelihood of them approving a change? Once this is submitted?
The more dramatic the change, so if you're talking changing parks, it's less likely. But when we applied for the DNR Recreation Passport grant last year, we did have an approval resolution and we did end up moving some utilities and some things around with that and no issue at all.
Why didn't we try to put it at Huntley Park at first?
The utilities, I think he mentioned in the meeting.
Wrapping it into phase 2 of the project made sense. So we're able to bring in some things like some dark sky certified lighting. We're able to add a water bottle station, some things for the players there, maybe even an outdoor hand wash station for the pickleball players there to enhance the current experience. And it would wrap in nicely to phase 2.
Did we look at Maynard?
The commission has in the past, it's been identified as in Festival Park in the master plan in 2022. And then it was also identified in the 1, 5, 10-year commission goals at Festival. Can it be done? It can be done anywhere, right? Maynard Park, you run into the clay cap on the old garbage dump, and you also run into excavation cost with that type of project, with the elevation changes there.
Okay.
I've never seen pickleball courts in a, I guess as you put it, a passive park. Most of the time, pickleball courts I've seen have been set off from a subdivision or any housing. I mean, I could be wrong, I'm not a pickleball expert by any means, but
If
most
you look
parks,
at where they're at, I get.
most parks I go to, they're
Brandenburg, you got the one in Algonac, they're not adjacent to a
right, they're
house.
pretty far away from any housing. I can't say I played pickleball, I mean, I've been to the course and looked at it, but they are pretty obnoxious with the sound. I could imagine from sun up to sundown, that'd be.
For what it's worth,
Very irritating.
sorry, Dave. For what it's worth, I did reach out to Macomb Township's recreation director at Pitchford Park. They installed courts in 2024. It's on Romeo Plank between 22 and 23. They're 107 feet from the house. There's also Crestview Park. They are within 50 feet of houses off of a street. And to Justin's point, he did bring up some good with the pickle sound, and they do have some barriers and stuff that we can look at within this project. Absolutely, there are sound absorbing materials, and they're pretty neat. That's what Birmingham did, and then in Macomb Township, no real sound issues since it started. They weren't as busy as they thought they were going to be. And it wasn't as loud as they thought they were going to be, is for the feedback I got from Macomb Township.
So the 400,000 you're projecting to get right now, does that include any of the sound barrier?
That does not right now, though.
It doesn't, so that's an add-on cost.
That would be add-on.
Is
That's
that-
more of a cost. That would be an adjustment, so in September, if we have changes like that, when we resubmit, we do a new resolution in September. But so the trust fund comes in 2 phases. This is initial application. They review it, they initially score you, and then they give you about 3 weeks to review it and send it back.
What if they initially say you can have it and we don't like it at that time, when we deny the grant?
The first phase, yes, without hurting us, once we resubmit in September, so it would have to be yes or no in September. You don't want to resubmit and then withdraw.
How do we bring that back in September?
Well, I think that's gonna go before them. I think at the meeting on Thursday, like Justin said, 3 of the board members were, their mind changed quite a bit once the residents came out and shared their opinion about it. So from my understanding, they were gonna have some more in-depth conversations about, how to move the park, if they could move the park, and where the best place to put the park would be. But from my understanding, in order for us to move forward, even if they did decide to move the park, we have to green light them going forward with what they're doing today. So if we say no today, that puts them in a bad position not to go forward at all with the grant. I say that they do decide to move it, we say no today, then we don't give them permission to move forward with it at all.
Correct.
So that's why I'm for it, and it gives the residents more time to have conversation. And it gives Adam more time to kind of figure out what they're gonna do instead of just saying no to it altogether right now.
It also gives us time to research the noise barriers.
Yeah, it gives the community a better opportunity to figure out what they're gonna do without saying no right away. So it kind of lets both people have more of a say. That's not to guarantee that it's not gonna be a festival, but that does give you guys more time to figure out how not to have it at festival if you don't want it there.
Or to have the noise barriers so
Yeah.
that you can still enjoy your property. I can remember back a few years ago when there was that issue for being able to use your property and things were done. Like the road with all the dust. That there were things that the city did to correct it. And I think that the safety concern for the additional traffic is something we would have to have our PD involved into. I think that's a real concern. But at this point, if we don't say yes tonight, it's forever not getting the grant. And I think that we can make adjustments so that the residents are not disenfranchised from the use of their properties.
I'll make one statement, please.
You have to address the chair.
You've already had comments, sir. We're not gonna go back and forth at this particular moment.
I don't want to hear it.
What?
We should let him hear it. He's a homeowner.
Well, our rules don't allow it. Typically.
I'm just trying
I-
to. know the rules.
I make a motion to relax the rules.
You know.
We follow the rules here all the time.
I'll keep my support on this as long as I said this has to come
Well,
up in front of us after that first phase.
I got a couple more questions then. So if we say no to this again, when would you be able to reapply again? Next year? April 1st. For next year at a different.
Yeah,
So it's an annual thing, just.
yeah, I was gonna mention that to Flo's point, it's a yearly cycle, so April 1st, and they have different variations. The Waterways grant, which came before you last year for the harbor, that's a part of the DNR, they have the waterways. They have Rent Passport at 150,000, this is the trust fund, it's 400,000. It's kind of in the middle of cumbersomeness to apply, so.
Any more discussion?
So it doesn't hurt if we deny it, it just delays it for 1 year.
It would delay for 1 year, that's correct.
But we would have better. Understanding of where we want to put it. If we're gonna put up. Sound barriers other than some other like bitey trees. The 100 to the 125 or 150, I guess it was just reproposed. Or relocating it to a different park, right?
That's correct.
Some of the things we brought up today that we don't have answers really to. And all that extra money we would have to invest if we got the grant to put up the sound barriers, right?
That's correct.
So. We're close to funding it with Jingle Bell Run money, but we're really not there.
It'll be a good year this year.
So
We also
I,
use that money for sound barriers.
no, you need that for your match.
Yeah,
You
first
need
you
that
gotta
for
pay
your
for it.
match. First, we need that money for the match before we put the sound
You say he
barriers.
doesn't have enough in the kitty to pay for it right now.
But
Right,
he's still got 2 years to do it, so he's got this jingle year, he's got this year's run, he's got next year's run, he's got other opportunities to do it. If we're gonna do it, I think in order for us to move forward, we need to move forward with it and figure out one way or the other. We don't, you don't wanna be going to the county and submit stuff and then take it back,
So I'm gonna keep my support there, Adam, and hopefully. We just come back with something really good at part 2.
And
Because if it's same as this, I'm gonna be a no.
And what I will do is, to Justin's point, he actually spoke to the coordinator's boss, who I talked to a few months ago. About the repositioning and stuff. Before I even go into this, I'm gonna have that much more robust with the grant manager from there. And if it's not feasible, if that information's correct and we can't really make those adjustments throughout, I'll just let you know.
and can you also tell us how much more it would cost to put the barriers in?
As fast as PC can get it to me, yes. I do know those panels, they run about $550 a panel, 8 foot.
The
That's
panel
it?
Covers how much?
No way, there's nothing $550 nowadays, nothing. It's for 8 feet, not for the fence.
So the panel was on the phone.
That's a panel, so now you gotta put in posts, you gotta put them in.
Yeah,
the
but you need
ground,
multiple
gotta have
panels,
labor
Dave.
put it in.
Yeah, you got one.
It'd be, Justin, the rough,
Rough math, it's 11,000 in panel
Did we?
for one side. for the left side.
11,000.
All right,
Total for one side.
all right, we've got a motion to support. Do we have any more discussion?
Yeah, I would just like to say that I think that we're pushing a little too fast, even though you're gonna do the research, I think that we're a little aggressive on this. This grant money, we don't have it funded, we're saying maybe we should have it funded in 2 years. We don't have all the expenses in line, I think we should wait a year for it. But, you know, I'm only one vote, but we seem to spend a lot of money fast. On this council, so, I'm not one to spend that money all the time. And I watch our fund balance slowly dwindle year after year. But. So be it, I'm only one vote.
Okay, motion to support, roll call?
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Dietrich.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman.
Yes,
Councilman, Mayor Pro Tem Harvey.
Yes.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Councilman Duffy.
Nope.
Carried.
Okay, item S4, approval and adoption of resolution number 1005. Opposition to the passage of Michigan House of Representative Bills 5531, 5581 through 5584 regarding local municipal zoning authority.
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution.
I have a motion, do I have support? Support. Roll call.
Councilman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Dietrich.
Yeah.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman. Yes. Councilman Harvey.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harvey. Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Carried.
All right. S5, approval and adoption of resolution number 1006, solid waste management plan amendment resolution.
Motion.
A motion, do I have support?
I'll support it.
Roll call.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman. Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Harvey.
Yes.
Councilman Dietrich.
Yes.
Councilman Zeppelin.
Yes.
Carried.
All right, item S6, request from Arts and Culture Commission to approve up to 500 for the printing of Winterfest photos to display at a community event with the intent of placing the photos in a silent community auction with proceeds from the auction to be a 50-50 split with the photographer and the Arts and Culture Commission.
So moved. Support.
Motion is support, roll call.
Councilman Dietrich.
Yes.
Councilman Easton.
Yes.
Councilman Heyman. Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Harvey.
Yes.
Councilman Russell.
Yes.
Councilman Duffy.
Yes.
Carried.
All right, this is time for communications and petitions from our city council members. We'll start with you, Mr. W.
Sure, I guess the question I'd have is for Tim, we had the question I'd asked last time in regards to the change of this, or putting on RFP or the city planner. And
Go for the city planner or
Yeah.
for the engineer?
Well, the engineer, hopefully that's coming forward.
It is coming forward.
Okay, and I asked a question and I was told that the mayor had the sole authority to say if we kept who we wanted or not. I looked up the ordinance and said if we have a contract, which it is, that's the city council's decision.
Yeah, so I can run the look.
Can you expand that? Would you expand on that? One place? It said we're paying someone, so yeah, the council should.
Right, quite frankly, there may be some limitations that actually it's the planning commission who makes that decision. And then brings us kind of that forward to the
Yeah, so I was gonna go for RFP and then after I was explaining, it was fine, but the problem was the secondary conversation of. The mayor made the decision on that or not. I think that needed to be clarified for administration to understand that they don't make that decision.
I've got a little, I'm not exactly sure, it's 100% answer for it.
Okay, that's all I did. That's it. Thank you.
Councilman Heyman.
I just want to assure the residents who are here tonight that the council is not going to do anything when it comes back to us that's going to disrupt your families. I've lived in Baltimore since I was a kid, and I did not want to see anything harm our residents or the safety of our children. I have grandchildren and I would not want anything to harm our children.
Councilman Easton.
No, just to kind of second what Flo said, We want to do our due diligence too concerning the pickleball court. Like I said, I was there and I heard there was concern about it. And I think the council who was on the committee as well. I think they also shared that same opinion. So I think we just want to do what's best for the residents as well. But this allows the city to move forward in a way that tries to work as amicably as possible for both parties. So that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Russell?
We'll have nothing other than, we'll definitely look at both sides and kind of see what makes the most sense. And hopefully, it works with everybody's idea of what this park should be and how pickleballs like play.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Baker?
Kind of just echoing what they said also regarding the pickleball courts. I agree with Mr. Easton, the comment that we don't want to slow down the process of getting a grant. But I also think our park director does understand also that we're gonna make sure that this also is suitable for what you guys have and where your homes are. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with, and hopefully it's something we can make palatable. If not, then it's not happening. So that's all I got.
Okay. I would just echo the same sentiment that the councilman said here. Please continue with your feedback, things are coming out. This is not something that's set in stone at this point. That's it, so motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn. Support, roll call.
Councilman Bowman.
Yes.
Councilman Steve.
Yes.
Councilman Harvey. Yes.
Changing all that.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes.
Councilman Russell. Councilman Bowman.
Yes.